Welcome back to our final video of Madden 25, and today it's going to be a 10-year rebuild of the Jacksonville Jaguars, a team that I'm very much so thinking could be our main channel franchise for the Madden 26 season. Now, there is some other thoughts that I have about potentially doing, single off seasons of multiple different franchises, so we'll see what we want to do with that. But as far as our main channel 2 to 3 games an episode franchise, I'm thinking it's the Jaguars. So I decided, let's take a look at how this team might develop, as of course, there's a lot of holes. The team was drafting top 5 for a reason, and of course, they don't have a first-round pick going forward. Draft picks aren't completely screwed, but, it's not a first-round pick. If this is a bottom 10 team again, it's a pretty big haul for the Browns. But at the end of the day, they did land a super talent in Travis Hunter. Now, he is actually an 84 in the game, but I put all the ratings in that he actually has, and it didn't seem to matter. He's still 2 overalls less. Maybe I missed something here. Maybe there's one more rating that I missed. Either way, he looks amazing. We did also build him at cornerback. Of course, when Madden 26 releases, you don't have to do that. He is going to just be able to play there. I believe every player can do that, wide receiver to corner, but he has a specific ability that allows him to not lose extra wear and tear from that, which, to be honest, wear and tear, I might be turning that crap off anyways, I'll be honest. But looking at the offense, obviously the big thing with this team is they have been gaining skill positions, right? Brian Thomas looks great. He had a great rookie year. Travis Hunter, you're hoping and assuming he'll have a great rookie year, which if he's great as well, they got a top 15 wide receiver duo already, right? ETN, there's some injury concerns there. There's some talent concerns even at times, but they did get the speedy Tootin, who could be the guy that we end up starting very soon into this 10-year rebuild. Of course, Trevor Lawrence, it is so hard to judge him as a quarterback because the team around him at times, especially that offensive line, it is a bottom 5-ish offensive line, and Madden is worse than that. It's probably bottom 3, maybe the worst offensive line in the league. It's just not really good. It's not good at all. Of course, you do have Millam, who, cool. I think he's a 71 overall in next year's game. Cool. Sweet. I don't even know if he's actually going to be star, but I gave him star because I pretty much put all the first 3-round linemen at star development trade. But moving on to the defensive side of the ball, this is where there's a little more upside, right? You have a really good edge rusher in Josh Hines-Allen. The linebackers are decent, and then cornerback's not bad. The thing is, I'm not sure what they're doing at cornerback because obviously Travis Hunter is not playing every single snap at corner, but in the game of Madden, they're going to allow you to do that. So if we're going to do a rebuild and we're going to say this is a Madden 26 rebuild, this is what you can do, I believe. I believe they allow you to play him at both spots, and it doesn't matter. The wear and tear just won't go down for him. So we're going to play it how we would be able to play it in next Madden. Of course, Trayvon Walker, there's definitely something there. Need him to fully take the next step, but there is a lot of potential there. Still, just like the offensive side of the ball, a lot of struggles, points per game, yards, all that stuff, pressure rates. It's still a work in progress, but with the new coach, Duval, we might be able to turn this team around within the first 3 to 5 years. But yes, if you're excited for Madden 26 and potentially a Jaguars rebuild for Madden 26, let me know by leaving a like, subscribing if you're new, make sure you hit that notification bell on the subscribe whether you're new or not. Maybe follow me on Twitter, JeromepkR, second channel, PK Plays for not Madden content. And let's get into this final Madden 25 video. Even though I say that, but we're probably going to have a Madden 25 video for our members-only rebuild on the 15th, so whoops. So I don't know if this is good or bad, but we went on a crazy... Oh, it's really good. Wow. The team went on a crazy winning streak and made the playoffs. Of course, winning the division, getting the playoff spot, there's no questions asked, but for a while there, I'm like, well, are we not just killing our draft pick for nothing? Well, I know we don't have a first-round pick, but you know what I mean. You still have the second, third, fourth, whatever. But look at these games. We won 6 of the last 7, clutching up in dramatic fashion and finding our way into the playoffs on the final game of the season. Really, really impressive stuff there, actually. Looking at the numbers, Trevor Lawrence, those picks are high, but this is a Trevor Lawrence-like season. Looking at the rushing, ETN, that's okay. It's not amazing, but it's okay. Travis Hunter, probably your rookie of the year. Brian Thomas Jr., pretty good. Brown was decent. And then Brenton Strange is okay. I don't know if the scheme is good for tight ends or not. It doesn't seem to be. Offensive line, way better than I would have thought. Definitely. Real life, in-game, whatever you want to call it. Better than I would have thought. Pass rush, Hines-Allen was amazing. Walker was pretty good, actually. 9.5 sacks for a sub-80. Below 80 overall, pretty good. Mason Smith, not as good as I've seen him do in the past, but he's still technically a low overall rookie in this one. 13 tackles for a loss, though. Could sneak a dev up out, maybe Rookie of the Year, who knows. Armstead, though, definitely a disappointment. Picks Jordan Lewis in the slot with 5. Again, you want to dev up these guys, put them in the slot, they'll do it. Not that I wanted to, but, could have. Cam Little missed 4 out of 25 kicks. That's actually not bad at all. And then punting under 50. It's not the end of the world, but yeah, that is obviously something we aim for. Over 50 yards per punt. Yearly awards, MVP goes to Mahomes, which does not surprise us. Rookie awards, anything at all. Travis Hunter, free XP for him. Defensive Rookie of the Year, the guy the Browns got via the trade, if you will. A guy that they would have probably not taken if they didn't make the trade. So both teams kind of were making out in that situation. Yeah, they are. Looking at the rest, though, Travis Hunter, almost the best wide receiver in the AFC side in general, number 3. And no other awards. So really it's just the Travis Hunter show, which, let's be honest, even though we do like Josh Hines-Allen and Brian Thomas, he's obviously, and I wouldn't even say he's the star of the show. He doesn't have to be the best, best part of the show, but he is the star of the show. But hell, he might be the best player as well. Who knows? We'll have to see. Pretty hard to do what Brian Thomas did for them, though, so there's a little bit of competition there at wide receiver, assuming that's where he's sticking out, which I imagine he is. Wide receiver room would be a bit iffy without him, as the Patriots clutch up with a touchdown there right before halftime. We have the 1-point lead. We now have no lead. We get the lead back. It's a 5-point game. The Patriots driving down, but they do not get it as we are driving in counter respects and will clutch up on offense to win the game 21-16. Can we also talk about the fact that the Patriots were 13-4, was that? And they weren't the division leaders? I got to look back at that. Did I misread that? Both quarterbacks, not great. Etienne was pretty damn good, though. Brenton Strange had a great game. So did Travis Hunter. Not really surprised by that, to be fair. Sacks, 1 for Walker, a pick for a bunch of different guys. Clean kicking from both sides. Yeah, I got to see this. Did it say the Patriots are 13-4 and then, of course, on the road? The Bills must have just been killing it, huh? I mean, I guess it is possible. It's just, that is strange. 13-4, man. Wow. It's not even that necessarily the fact that they didn't get, the bye week or the home game, but just in general that they're 13-4, right? Either way, going on to the divisional round, this team is slowly but surely making me not want to choose them for our Madden 26 franchise. 83 overall to the 90 overall Ravens. Of course, the division does make things a little easier, but who the hell knows? End of the game. What do we got? 0-0, 3-0, 3-3, 6-3, 6-6, and nothing else after that. 13-6, 20-6. Second half, the Ravens are exploding onto the scene. Our offense is showing they're not really that capable just yet. Of course, they had a couple opportunities in this one, even right there. Huge touchdown for the Ravens, but we do, in retrospect, get blown out. Of course, we made it look better at the end, right at the end. 30-16, it was closer to 30-7 or 30-8, whatever the hell the score was. Either way, though, we made it to the divisional round in year 1, and I didn't even expect to make the playoffs. So, considering that we don't have our own first-round pick, not the worst time to do it, right? Get some XP, get some playoff experience in there, and give yourself a pretty good start to the second season, in my opinion. Super Bowl is between the Rams and Ravens. The Rams, huh? I mean, I suppose in year 1, they're not a bad team. Like in Madden 26, we're seeing, Stafford's an 88, Devontae's an 88. I mean, they're not bad. Wow, the Ravens killed them. So, I mean, we don't feel too bad about how we played, right? The Ravens destroyed them. We at least kept it somewhat close, right? Offensively, though, obviously no dev up for Hunter because he's already an X Factor, but 92 overall. This is going to be a trend you're going to see. I don't know if he's actually an X Factor in the game. It shows he's a superstar at least, but if he's an X Factor in the game, he's always going to go well. Even if you put the sliders at base, which we have him about 114, because I felt like our wide receivers are already good anyways, but I do want the rest of the league to develop or have a chance to develop. But, yeah, Travis Hunter is going to go up and dev pretty significantly every single time. But defensively, I don't believe we got a single dev up. Like, Oluokun was already a superstar, so that is not a dev up, obviously. And I don't see anyone else here that wasn't. Maybe Jordan Lewis, but I mean, who cares, honestly? I'm sorry, but dude's 30 years old, gets star dev. I mean, who cares, really? That's why it doesn't matter, because it's like, well, how much does that help us? What does that do for us? Not much, right? But Trevor Lawrence goes up to a 79. He's 25 years old now. This is why I kind of want to be the Jaguars, because there's a good chance the Jaguars do have a glow-up season here in real life, and I want to have a chance with them before that happens, right? Like, I never got to use the Lions for a series, and it seems I never will. So there's that. You know, I had plenty of years where they were bad, same with the Jets, and we just didn't get to them. So I don't know. I think the Jets are even a little bit too good at this point, and obviously they've been struggling lately, but roster-wise, I think they're just a little too good. Jaguars are almost getting to that point, especially with the wide receivers being good, but you could always just put Travis Hunter just solely at corner. Be like, we don't need wide receiver. We're just going to draft and develop someone else. But I'm not kidding when I say it. I really wish the Jaguars would have just sat at their spot and like taken Mason Graham. Honestly, like I just think Travis Hunter almost does push them to that almost too good category. Almost. Not quite, but almost. They're pretty close. Do have a lot of money, though, so anyone that comes our way, we do have the money to pay them. Do you want to pay these guys? I don't know. I think Lloyd for sure. Maybe they did it in real life. I'm not sure. And then Trayvon Walker, I think you just pay him long term. But realistically, since we're behind a year, we probably should have just let those contracts go and then re-sign them long term. Whatever. All right, whatever. Who cares? Havenstein got all the money. Need every position on this offensive line for the most part, so we'll try to pay him. Damn, dude. How the hell do we get him? Of course, he's an older guy, so it makes sense why he doesn't want to join us. Although I guess historic stuff, but yeah, I mean, I can't even argue. I want to argue, and I can't. It's like I'm going to, but, no, there's no but. They're right. They are correct. We are wrong. Okay, I don't think we're going to get any of these guys, but we're going to try. We're going to attempt. Jimmy Ward, I mean, at this point, kind of seeming like he just needs that paycheck, so maybe doesn't need it, but wants it. Which who doesn't, I suppose. So we'll try to get him. Got money to spend, so why wouldn't we spend it, you know? Kobe Dean does kind of feel like a Jaguar. It's been a while. For old time's sake. You know? For old time's sake. 6-year deal on the Kobe Dean. How about that? For last rebuild, it's so fitting. Just do it, you know? We get Jimmy Ward, no shocker. We get Kobe Dean, obviously. And we do not get freaking Jack Mason, so our O-line still sucks. All right, pick 25 in the draft. We'll go to 32, or 33, I should say, because there are some players... Oh, who the hell? I did not expect there to be some sort of, like, edge rusher here. Is he bad? 4.65. Could be. Could be bad. Could be decent, though. We do have some corners. We should have at least one still there. Oh, both of them are there. But Grant House is the guy I'm kind of eyeing up if we want to go corner, which I think we kind of do. Tyson's in that range where I'm like, is he going to be that guy? I don't know, right? And safety's kind of up there. So I like Stewart a lot as well, so I'm going to just keep going until Stewart's gone and then just take, hopefully he goes first because I like Grant more and trade up for Grant, I suppose. I think that's, even though we don't necessarily need a corner, I think it could become a problem. And I just love to take, oh man, he went higher than I would have thought. I love to take players that are good value. And I'm risking them a little bit here, but that's okay because the more I think about it, the less I do want or need oh wow, we got the division here, but that we need a corner. But yeah, let's go to the Browns. I think the guy's worth it. I think he is. We trade off 2 4th-round picks to do it. One of the fourths was decently high though, but it's okay. We got pick 5 in the 3rd from one of the extra 3rd rounds we got from real life. And with this, we're going to take very good value, I think, in Grant House. Worst case scenario, you probably could put him at safety, maybe free safety, but true talent 8, please be hidden. That is a great draft pick. Okay, there is always that risk with corners that you're going to run into a normal dev, which we really do need safety, by the way, which we're probably going to lose here with that move, but that you're going to run into a normal dev. But no, we got lucky. Same with safety here. Upshaw still there. Man coverage is good. Fast enough, looking like 89, 90 speed. We need O-line badly, though, so I'm not exactly sure what I'm going to do with that. We can definitely get the day 3 in Logan Edwards, but I would like a different lineman, too. I actually really do like Harrell. 6'6", just looks good. He's goated. I'm taking Dave Harrell. Screw the safety. 17 true talent, please. Nice. A lot of the high overalls, they are normal, but not in this case. Again, I would love to trade up. We just can't. We simply just cannot afford to. We need a linebacker, sort of, but... in general, look at the 27-year-old, by the way. In general, we just can't do it. We just can't do it. Offensive lineman, we got a couple of other guys there. Tight end. I mean, I had them on the list. There's some decent-looking tight ends. Do we go linebacker? 4.58. Screw it. Victor Rice, starter on the outside. 67 true. Also hidden. Wow. I was thinking 72, 73 overall normal. We can try to get, rookie of the year. But no, we actually do end up getting a good player straight up. Fullerton, I mean, we don't really need 2 centers, so we're just going to take 1 in Edwards. Please be hidden. Please be hidden. 40 true talent. There you go. We're killing the draft. Definitely did not get anywhere near the positions I needed, but hey, we got a couple of players. That corner probably wasn't smart for us to trade up with. We could have just sat where we were, took one of the safeties, and called it a day, but it is what it is. David Smith, maybe he's our safety. He's fast. Definitely fast. David Smith's the guy, UDFA, 123 true. Our first normal dev. Definitely expected that, to be fair. Kind of want to see what he could do at free safety, though. Our safety situation is really mid, but again, if you're going to be weak at one position on the field, I don't hate it being safety. I really don't. And here's CJ Ballard in the 3rd round. 117 true, normal dev, fast as hell. Maybe our new wide receiver 3, I think. Yeah, I think we need a wide receiver 3, so that could be the move. And then, did we just land Kyle Juszczyk too? Not really, but he's 22 true talent. It's got to be like 73 overall, probably 74. Not bad. That will end our draft class. Not bad. Not bad at all. I mean, I would have loved to grab a tight end and would have loved to get a safety, maybe some more O-linemen, but got 2 linemen. We got a corner who looks insane. Got a new linebacker. Again, it wasn't a perfect draft, but we landed some really good players. Even if they aren't necessarily what we need, we still landed some pretty good players, and nonetheless, could be our... Wow, these numbers, these options. I guess 15 is the option. Dev, star development trade. Yeah, I mean, this guy could be our number 2 going forward. Who knows? Dave Harrell, I don't know which position we need. At least a left guard, so we'll probably move to left guard as we check that dev. I mean, he shouts out superstar, but let's see. No, he does not. He does not. And of course, he also shouts out somebody that lied on their driver's license. Holy crap, there's no way he's 20-something years old. Victor Rice, is it actually right out we need? Is it left out? Can't really remember. You know that? I'm going to go left out, I think. Superstar, there you go. Linebackers, if there's anyone that's going to be hidden, especially like a gem, it's definitely going to be linebacker, right? Those are always the guys. Center, he's kind of just a good pass blocker rather than good at power or finesse. Usually that's the common one. And unfortunately also star development trait. But hey, we'll take the free dev ups, well, the free dev upgrades at each respective position. Smith, 69 overall. I mean, he's not a great looking safety at all. But I'm going to put him at safety anyways. Even if he's not the starter, we'll use the depth. I wonder what his overall is going to be. 69 to 67, was it? I mean, we could run that. I'm just saying. Our current strong safety is 73, so why not? Ballard's actually not bad either. Was there a position we really wanted and we just decided not to go? I don't think so. I think we just kind of ran out of draft picks, really. I'll look at Upshaw because that was one of the guys I was probably going to trade up for, but at the end of the day, we just kind of ran out of draft picks. It had nothing to do with want or need. Just couldn't waste any more in the future. That would have been a waste. Would have lose up like a 3rd round pick and whatnot. Upshaw looks good, but was he waste our future 3rd and or 2nd? No, probably not. All right, here we are. Season number 2. Obviously, Travis Hunter has slingshotted the overalls over Brian Thomas. So, I mean, technically, Brian Thomas is number 2, but yeah, we're not going to do that. We're going to keep the big, broad guy out there as the X receiver. Hunter underneath, number 2. Way better. Makes more sense. Offensive line, we did make some improvements. Got a new center, new right guard. We are wasting Millam, but, what do I do with him? Oh, I moved him to left tackle, huh? Or right tackle, I should say. Oh, that works. That actually works. 6'7" and all. He's really 6'7", huh? Okay, I mean, yeah, that's definitely a right tackle. Easy clap. Boom. We just need a new left tackle, arguably. Tight end, definitely need a new guy as well. We got Frankenstein at fullback. And then defensively, Aluakon's getting older. We definitely need to replace the DTs. We still need work at safety. I mean, so far, just doing this rebuild, I mean, we still didn't even really make a dent into what we need to work on. So, yeah, I mean, I do like this. Again, you take away Travis Hunter, I think this is a top 3 team to rebuild. We obviously did our top 10 rebuild teams. At this point, I'm recording this a little earlier than that actually released, so I'm not sure what everyone thought, but yeah, the Jaguars are a little bit lower than, maybe they would be in previous years. I really do think Travis Hunter just changes the game, the team in game specifically, so much. If you need a new wide receiver and new corner with this team, okay, that's a lot to draft. You're taking those positions in the first 2 rounds most of the time if you're looking for a starter. So not needing that, especially if you can actually play him at both positions 24/7, which I don't know how I would feel about that. Yeah, I mean, it makes the team better for sure. All right, we got some contracts. Trayvon Walker. I mean, honestly, this is going crazy. I'm going to do the full 7. This is a theft of a contract. We got to do it. Hope he gets a superstar. ETN, we could definitely do at least a 4-year, which I'm glad he took. $37 million left. We are going to let everyone else go. Maybe Logan Cook. We'll see if he does 50 plus or not. All right, head to the playoffs. If we win this game, I imagine we're in them, which we do. 10-7. Do we win the division again? We do. The Texans at 10-7 miss. So not winning that definitely would not have given us a playoff spot without a doubt. So that's pretty clutch. And of course, the Texans losing was also clutch. Wait, did we play them? It'd be kind of weird. It's like, oh yeah, really clutch because we beat them. But no, they actually did win. So they didn't lose, just they lost week 17. They had a nice comeback in the season, similar to us last year. This was last year, we would have missed, right? Like we had 9 wins. Lawrence, though, same Jaguars scheme, 37 touchdowns, 8 picks, 38, 88 for the yards. ETN, massive year in comparison. Receivers, Brian Thomas Jr., very good year. Travis Hunter couldn't quite do what Thomas did as the backseat driver, but still good. And then Strange, amazing. That should be a dev up. Diami Brown, okay. A little bit of a different season. We threw more to the tight end, threw more to Thomas, obviously, and then kind of let the other guys get a little bit less. O-line was fair. It's okay. Pass rush, Trayvon Walker. Wow, terrible season for Hines Allen, but Trayvon Walker, 12.5 sacks. Not bad. The rest of the team, though, a little iffy. Armstead's okay, but little iffy. A bunch of 2 interception guys. Little's been playing really well. Missed 3 kicks this time out of 21. One of them's a block, better than last year. And the Logan Cook looks like he's getting the contract. That's a very, very good year. Of course, take a look at the award wins. MVP Mahomes. Looking at everyone else, though, Chris Brown. Look at Chris Brown. Offensive Rookie of the Year, Defensive Rookie of the Year, Victor Rice. That's nice. Free dev up. Actually, he's already superstar. Never mind. No free dev up at all. Here we are, though. 87 overall Steelers. They have us by 2. We are at home, though, so that little bit at home definitely makes up for that overall, without a doubt. Those home games go crazy. Who the hell is their quarterback? Who the hell even is that? It must be a rookie. Here we go. End of the game. Love the, I do like the stadium a bit, too. It looks like a giant fly swatter on the field, but I like it a little bit. I'm getting eyes on these, these teams. I'm recruiting. I'm scouting out the competition as far as the stadium and all that goes. And they have some uniforms. They have some pretty fun uniforms, too, for sure. As we are in a 4-point lead game, but the Steelers look like they're going to take that away from us. They got to go for this. Did they just get a penalty? Oh, my God. The ref ball is insane. We're down by 3. Offense needs to drive down. 3rd and 17. 4th and 13. They hit the field goal. It's overtime. All right, left to right is the Steelers. They're not looking so hot. They have to punt it. Defense gets the stop. Offense driving. They're going to have to punt it. 3rd and 8. 4th and 8. Okay, short field. This is your chance. This is your chance. And that will do it, right? It will. 35-32. The Jaguars. Hey, we can at least win the wild card round. Abdul Harvin, that's their new quarterback, outplayed freaking Trevor Lawrence, arguably. Trevor Lawrence threw the 2 picks, better yards per throw and whatnot, but 2 picks is 2 picks. That's tough, right? Thankfully, the team overcame that, but Travis Hunter, obviously great. Diami, pretty damn good. Strange as well, good. Thomas had a touchdown. A lot of passing success. Damn, their guy was terrible. Hines Allen with 3.5 sacks made TJ Watt look bad, and then the rest, medium. Fitzpatrick. Oh, we freaking forgot to trade for the Steelers, huh? Oh, well, who cares? Darius Slay with a pick. It's the final rebuild. I don't care, dude. I really don't. To the divisional, we have the Bills. Okay, 88 overall Bills is a team that I would be a little bit more expecting to lose against, especially since we're, again, on the road now. Maybe the Bills. Let's see how their stadium looks. Ooh, I might want to be the Bills. I don't know. But it would, the only thing that I don't like about the Jaguars, even though they get those opportunities in the playoffs and just in general with some of those AFC teams, is the lack of snowy games, right? Like, you're just not going to get that with that division. But I suppose you're going to get some weather. You're going to get some rain. Snow games kind of lackluster, but we should still get some, right? As we're upsetting the hell out of the Bills right now. As we're likely going to win this game 27. There's no way. Huge play. 30-20. We're moving on to the championship round in year 2. And yes, we do have the Bills defense. Wow, Trevor Lawrence is just getting carried right now. We do have the Bills defense, but we have the base Jaguars offense. I had to switch to the Bills defense because, well, I mean, maybe I have to go to their specific defense. Both kickers missing a kick because of a block, and then we miss an extra point on top of it. But we did have to go to a 4-3 because they have them listed as a 3-4, which all the players are built for, a 4-3 defense, so that's kind of just wrong. But, yeah, I guess I'd have to go to the Bills, but if I'm going to a 4-3, I might as well go with the 4-3, that defense, that counts. And even then, we're not really getting that kind of stats, right? Like Trayvon Walker and Josh Hines-Allen combined for under 20 sacks. So say what you will. And here it is, the Ravens. We lost to them once before. Can we steal their playoff spot, win the Super Bowl? We can be just like Baltimore. End of the game. Come on, defense. 7-0. 7-7. 10-7. Okay, I mean, they have the lead at half. But again, this is a closer game than we would have expected just based on the last game. 20-21, that's not good for us. All right, 8-point game at the 20-yard line, and they do score. They get the 2-point. 4 minutes left. The Ravens could win it on a walk-off, which they will not do because they run out of clock. And we do get a field goal. Oh, wait, no stop. If we get the stop, we win the game. 3rd and 12, 4th and 5. They got to kick the field goal. Any score wins this game. Any score sends us to the Super Bowl. I'm going to let them play it out. It's a super long game. And this is probably going to be it. 3rd and 4. Yeah, there it is. The Ravens win 34-31. 4th and 3, I really debated going in. If this was year 5 or 6, I probably would have went in and went for it. Really good performance this time from Trevor Lawrence, though. ETN, I mean, he's been iffy. Lamar Jackson, you can't give the guy 16 carries and 101 yards on the ground without any of those being long runs. That is just a sign of getting slowly dominated all game long. Derrick Henry had a big game, too, through the air as well as the ground. We got dominated by those two players alone. Derrick Henry and Lamar Jackson single-handedly, I mean, I know it's weird saying single-handedly for two people, but those two alone dominated the game. Like, they controlled the entire game there, and we still almost won. We got it to overtime, but unfortunately fell short. Let's go to the Super Bowl, see who's in it besides the Ravens, which we had the Rams last time. It probably won't be them this time, though. It will not be. It'll be the Buccaneers. Just unlikely because Stafford, but take a look at who wins this game, which is the Baltimore Ravens 33-30. Let's take a look at our DevUps. If we had any, no to Trevor, yes to Brian Thomas Jr., and of course, Brenton Strange. So pretty big DevUps for those two. Not surprised by either of them, especially Strange, who had a really unexpected great season. Didn't really expect this guy to be anything for us, but he might be. He might be. We're going to look at tight end if, there's extra draft picks or there's a steal there, super gem. Defensively, Miller does still get the, Ventrell Miller. Victor Rice does still get the dev up. It's not for offense or defensive rookie of the year, but it is still a free dev up, which is fantastic. Anything else? I think Hines-Allen, or is it House? Was Hines-Allen X Factor? Let's find out. Was he? He was not, or he was, but yeah, he didn't go up in dev. And then, of course, our cornerback did, I believe, go up in dev with, I'm not sure what. No, was he superstar? Dude, I am struggling to believe some of these. Was he already a superstar? I don't remember that at all. I really don't. Maybe he got a player of the week. Let's take a look. If it's not too late, I think after the Super Bowl is over, though, it is too late. There is. Yeah, I think it is. I think you can actually see it, though, if you look at their stats. So let's see. And it doesn't say it. Was he superstar? I don't understand. Maybe he was. I don't remember that, though. I'll tell you that much. Any retirements at all for us? Probably not, right? Get that clicking going. Jimmy Ward. Wasn't going to pay him anyways. We need more safeties, though, I'll tell you that much. We have a little bit of money, so we could sign some contracts, especially short-term contracts for our re-signings. We took care of everybody. Everyone else we probably let go outside of Logan Cook. We'll do a 2-year deal worth 7.4. Very high overall punter. Obviously had a great year. Let's go to free agency, and we're building up a team here. We're building up a contender. Let's take a look at the free agents real quick. James Cook, interesting, but definitely not going to do it. And unfortunately, I mean, other than some like older players like maybe Cook, who's not old, but 26, 81, his max is 84, 85 overall. We're pretty much stuck with the draft again for the needs that we have. We might find someone, we'll see, but probably not. All right, we're in the draft. Safety is probably our biggest need. You could argue, still some offensive lineman, left tackle probably, but safety, I would argue, is our biggest need. Ooh. DT's up there too, but I mean, unless you go Locklear, you're probably not getting that. Safety, there's a couple of decent ones. I think you actually maybe take Locklear, right? Maybe you try to trade down to like 10 in the second round. If not, just take Locklear right here. I mean, it's not going to be much, but I'll take a 5th round pick, I suppose. All the other options, we'll go to the Saints here. It's an okay trade, I think. Should still be able to get Locklear. Unless you went really high, it should be there still. 1 to 2. From a 2 to 3 spot. He's raw, but he's a 1 to 2. Do I believe it? I guess. I'm going to take a chance. 31 true talent. And I should not have taken the chance. I mean, he's not a bad overall. Just maybe not the best in ratings. And then at 29, if there's a safety there, we're going to take one. I mean, DT is just so weak. Oh, I forgot about this guy. I regret it all. And Davis is still there. Oh, no. Do have a safety, though. We really need a safety. Slow as hell, though. I mean, I guess we're going to be passing on safety again. There's no way, right? We could go tight end, but I mean, I don't hate our tight ends as is. You draft a linebacker to play safety? I mean, we got some guys here. They're 4.46. 245 is huge for a safety, though. Spence, you can make the argument, though. So I think with that being said, we're going to take the best looking guard, play them at tackle. Because we got a couple guys here like 6'5", so play him at tackle, left tackle, and maybe take Spence to play safety. And Morris has pretty good pass block, so that's going to be our new left tackle. Anthony Morris, 50 true talent, hidden dev. All right, Spence is gone. I'm taking the 240 whatever. 245, I think he is, safety. He's a big guy, but you know what? I don't care. I'm going to take him, play him at safety. Jake Eppard. If he's not supposed to be a safety, oh, wow. 16 true talent. And he's hidden. If he's not supposed to be a safety, well, then make his overall low by moving him when I move him. That's all I got to say. If you don't want him to be a safety, then don't allow him to be moved there. Make his overall drop. If you're not going to... Oh, wow. McConnell's still there. I'm taking him for sure. 44 true. Hidden dev. What a theft. All right, so that DT was pretty bad. That was a bad decision by us for sure. But in the end, it worked out. In the end, we got everyone else. I'm okay with it. I think we did all right for ourselves. And, okay, Sean Connolly took one of the highest remaining projected receivers that had a little bit of speed. We got ourselves a hidden dev wide receiver. I mean, it can't really get much better than what we're doing right now. All right, looking at the guys, though. Locklear, I mean, yeah, 74 overall. He's going to be a little raw. Okay power move, good block shed, strength is there, but sadly he is normal dev. Definitely still got to start him. I think him and Mason Smith start. Morris, going to be our starting left tackle. Very good pass blocker. That's what I want on my tackles. Not really much more to argue about it. Dev, star would have been lovely to see superstar, but did not. Middle linebacker Eppard, 75 overall. He's going to be our new starting strong safety, man. I don't know what else I want what you want from me. He looks good. If he sucks as a safety, well, okay, maybe he doesn't deserve to be safety. What's the dev? Star dev. 75 down to a nothing. 75 overall. All right, there you go. Make your arguments all you want. Argue with the wall. Didn't go down once. If he's not supposed to be a strong safety, why is he so good at strong safety? That's all I got to say about it. And then Conley almost guaranteed to be a star, but we'll find out. Pretty raw route running and whatnot, but looks like a good number 3, can't lie. Dev, star dev, not really surprised. I do want to see one player, though. I want to see Davis, the D-end. Who the hell is this guy? 80 overall miles. Infinity Miles, 6'5". Cowboys killing it with a draft pick. Who would have thought? Let's take a look at Mr. Actually, he might have been like late second. Something Davis. There he is. 72 overall. He is hidden. He's literally like the same as our guy, but because he's hidden, he's better. That sucks. What's the dev? Oh, okay. Let's ignore that one. All right, Season 3. Team has all stars or better on the offensive side of the ball now. Defensively, same situation besides DT. Hoping to get some dev ups. We had to kind of cheese it a little bit in linebacker. But again, if you don't want me to do it, don't allow it to exist. All right? Don't allow me to do it. You move him to linebacker, make it where we lose 10 overalls. At that point, yeah, probably don't do it. I'd probably find someone else to do that. Trade off a linebacker, start that rookie there. But 0 overall loss. What do you want from me? I'm only human. All right, a lot of money to pay out, and I'm not sure we're going to do it. We have a really good tight end in the backup spot for Brenton Strange replacement. Ezra Cleveland, I think you can do better on. And then, of course, Devin Lloyd is asking for a lot of money. Obviously, you have Brian Thomas Jr. coming up, but I guess you pay Lloyd. I don't like paying that much for an off-ball, but he is an 89 overall, so I guess he'd be worth at least 15 to 18 in real life, probably. So, sure, why not? The rest, I think we are going to let go. Maybe we keep Ezra. We'll see. And unfortunately, we go 6-11, which is one of the worst in the AFC, maybe even one of the worst in the entire NFL. As we are looking at a top 10 draft pick. Not sure what the hell you do with that top 10 draft pick, because not really a whole lot we need. It just might be a change of scheme that we need. As, this is looking for a new QB level of not bad, but definitely not good. Rushing Etienne was bad-ish. Hunter was decent, but the touchdowns in general are lacking. O-line was garbage. Pass rush was actually pretty good. Trayvon Walker hopefully goes to superstar. DT still iffy. Lloyd with 3 interceptions. Didn't look at kicker punter except just who cares? Wow, Cam Little was garbage compared to previous years. Logan Cook back to being good at least. Yearly award, Mahomes is your MVP. And nothing. Nothing at all for us. Like Chiefs, Browns, and that's it for the award wins. What a waste of a year. I think it is finally time to move on to another scheme. Who? I don't know. Maybe the Falcons. The Falcons have done some pretty good things for us. I don't know what's a fair playbook. I usually just default to Green Bay. It doesn't always win a Super Bowl, but it does win it often, so I'm not sure. Eagles win the Super Bowl, speaking of, over the Chiefs. There's no way we got a dev up. We just did not have that type of season. The season was pretty bad for basically everybody. And unless Devin Lloyd actually does go to Superstar, which is pretty clutch. We just paid him that 3-year 60, so not a bad dev up. There was only one player to get a dev up on the team outside of probably Trevor Lawrence or ETN. That would be one of the guys. That would be the guy that would be wanting it the most for. Any retirements? It would have been mentor types, if that. And yeah, you have the backup guard, but nothing super major. He's probably like, hey, what do you mean? What about me? I'm important. I don't know why I turned him into Mario, by the way. We got a lot of money, so if we have any negotiations we want to take care of, we can do that. Brian Thomas, he'll be cheaper than that. Brenton Strange didn't even play that well. McConnell's going to be the replacement. And then Ezra, I do a 1 year on. 1 year, 16.5. Noah might be able to get him for cheaper with a tag. We will not. But free agency might be decent for us. $109 million. I'd be willing to spend at least half of it. See who's there. And looking at free agency, a lot of linemen. Unfortunately, none of them are guards. Frank Ragnow would be the guy you would expect to be able to move to guard the most, but he is retired in real life, so we're not going to be doing that. Ezra is actually getting offers. This is not great. Although, we can go like Andre Cisco, bring him back, I guess. I suppose. And it's going to be like, oh, well, so unrealistic. He would never join back the team after what happened. I don't know if anything like that's existed. My bad if so. All right, big deal. He's back. Money talks. No one cares. Right? Everything can be forgiven when the price is right. It's just facts, right? It is. Looking at free agency, though, in general, it's weak. At best, we get Andre Cisco, and that's honestly it. Which, that is who we get. No one else really there. The O-linemen are kind of meh. We're saving a lot of money, needing to draft a lot of players. We're in the draft with pick number 9, and ironically enough, I have no one even close. So I have one guy in the first round, a defensive tackle, but I mean, look at what we need. We need some O-linemen for sure, like left guard. Wouldn't hurt to get a left tackle. Then defensively, we could supposedly use DT, linebacker, I guess, because Luakun's getting older, but we don't really have those kind of needs outside of, like I said, maybe DT. We have Andre Cisco here now, and yeah, I don't know if we really need him. Probably could maybe arguably use a corner and just move Travis Hunter to like the 3 spot. But again, if you're doing a rebuild of the Jaguars in 26, it seems you'll be able to literally play them at both spots, no problem, like we're doing right now. So if that's the case, why would somebody not do that? I didn't really actually look at a safety. I forgot that we actually had that scouted still. Might be a position of thought, as we are going to likely trade down and take Tony Reeves if he's there. I'm going to go to 20. We only need, I mean, we don't really even need any DT technically, but we only need really one, sort of, because Locklear is young, so we'll go to 20, get some trade value, and hopefully still land, I don't like that trade, but still land the DT. And here we go. It's a lot of quantity, but a first, sixth, a sixth, 2 6 next year, and a 7th the following year. So a bunch of 6-round picks for a first, second, and third from the Seahawks. You move down to 21 because it's, I mean, you don't have to. Interdivisional doesn't mean everything, but yeah, we want to avoid that. And Reeves went all the way at 15 to the Vikings. So yeah, I mean, that's a little high for me. A little bit too rich for my blood, if you will. Do we want to take safety here, though? Probably not. Wait, who the hell was top 5? Of course, the damn QB. It's always QB at this point. No team needs a QB anymore, you know? And screw it, the Dolphins are giving me a first round next year with a third this year. I mean, I'll take it. We need extra draft picks in the future, probably. And right now, the class is not only weak, but not a whole lot we need, or not a whole lot we can even replace in general. So with that being said, I think we're going to look at the safety spot. Maybe take one of the safeties, whoever best available is. A lot of 23-year-olds, though, let me tell you. Honestly, not a huge fan of all the safeties, but Walford is probably the best of the bunch. Fast enough, 88, 89 speed probably. Key ratings look good, so that's what we're going to take. 23 true talent. And as you would have expected, normal dev. Yeah, I mean, I didn't like those players, but I don't want to trade down again either, so we did what we had to do, I suppose. What do we take now? Lineman? Could use a left guard. Trent Olsen's pretty good, but it's like I want to take a 2 to 3 because we're at the 2 to 3 spot. And what about middle linebacker Patton? Decent zone coverage. He's not the fastest. Maybe future-proofing anyway, so there's no point. Let's go with, I suppose, Kevin Spears. 6'5", 320, has some versatility there. 29 true talent. Hidden dev, great strength. Good player. Then we have Mark Atkins. He's not amazing, but he's the only DT option we have. So let's see. Maybe we get lucky with hidden. 79 true. We don't. Wasted pick. I'm not going to start him. There's literally no point to start him. So, oof. I'm glad we got that extra first-round pick because this draft class has been pretty garbage so far. Trent Olsen, we just talked about him. 2 to 3 is still there. He's probably going to suck. Not wrong on overall. 84 true, but he is hidden. So, again, at least we get a guy that will have a chance to start. I skipped through because I didn't think it was actually going to go, but we traded a third and a fifth to move up to grab Leo Edwards. This guy looks really good, so whether we're going to start him or not, it's kind of irrelevant. 30 true talent, normal dev. That is a bit of a surprising one, can't lie. And this seems high for a 4th-round pick, but why not? Jose Richmond, 80 true talent. Oh, it's not. Hidden development trade, finally a win. By the way, have you ever seen a worse punter room? Look at this, DFDFFC. Wow. Here is the giraffe recap, 74, 74, 71, 71, 74, 71. The problem is a lot of these guys are normal devs, so it's kind of irrelevant. Safety's good. We expect him to be good, and unfortunately, he's just not hidden dev, so kind of kills that because, you know, Cisco's not going to get replaced. Our strong safety, who's technically a linebacker, is not going to get replaced, so it's kind of just a waste, if you will. Offensive linemen, I mean, they're all, you know, a dime a dozen, right? You just got to hope to get a hit in, and that's really where you're at. Look at the defensive tackle, though. Mark Atkins. Is there anything here? Sorta. Not for us, but for other teams, or if you're usering that guy, but we're not doing either. So, you know, Leo Edwards, big dude. This guy could develop, but we're not going to. And then I suppose we'll look in the draft just to see, you know, how right or wrong we would have been with this defensive tackle. Reeves, 74 overall. Yeah, so, I mean, 15th overall for this guy. Yeah, that's a bad draft pick. All right, season number 4. This is what the squad looks like. We're up and down at the moment, mainly down. So there could be not a roster, but a playbook change in our future, near future. The DBs, the defense, for the most part, does look pretty good. So I don't know. I think it's a good team, and a little surprised that we're not at least consistently a playoff team. So far, you know, for our potential franchise of this team for 26, so good, in my opinion. All right, here we go. We do have... So here's the thing. He's the same guy. So we're going to pay the more expensive player and then put the other one on a same year but like minimum deal. I don't know why I just didn't think of that as a possibility. But yeah, $35 million per year seems pretty fair for a guy playing 2 positions, right? Oh my lord, it's going to be more than that. That is unfortunate. Brian Thomas, we're going to obviously try to pay Tootin if we can. Mason Smith is actually not bad. I kind of want to get this contract done before he realizes that it's not a bad contract for us. There you go. $63 million. Obviously, so have to pay Thomas. Don't want to lose him or Hunter. There you go. $40 million left. Millam's okay, but he's not worth it, I don't think. Especially with future guys. Aluakun's going to be gone. Yeah, I don't know. Is Cam Little even worth paying? How has he played? He's been kind of up and down. It's not bad, but definitely on par to potentially go for 72% again, right? And definitely got a chance at it. All right, win or lose, I think we're moving on with our playbooks because we are, yeah, and we're on to the playoffs. Okay, wow, that is a hell of a finish there. I mean, so far, I'm just saying, in Sim, it's probably playbook related. This Jaguars team needs some user help, some user touch on the field, as they have struggled mightily. One of our worst struggles so far, if any rebuild. You know, we've had teams that are like 0 overall that we turn into playoff teams by year 4. So, yeah, I mean, there's that. I mean, that's not really any proof at all. We also did pay Hunter. It was like $37 million per year. Obviously, we did the minimum for the corner version of him. But yeah, it's tough sledding around here. Pass rush, there was a couple of guys there that were obviously good, but overall, Cam Little did finish pretty well too. But the edge rushers are good. Everyone else kind of lackluster. Let's take a look at our potential award wins. You got the Offensive Player Rookie of the Year with Richmond. He's already, I imagine, a superstar. We didn't check, but we've seen enough of those builds in our time that we pretty much assume and expect that to be a superstar dev wide receiver, right? Year 5, finally the roster change or playbook change. I don't know what the hell we're going to change to because, again, what playbook is fair? You know, we see the Packers here in the Super Bowl. Are they going to win it? Who knows? They do win it, so of all the times to change the Packers scheme, this is the worst time ever. It's like, oh yeah, you just changed the scheme of the Super Bowl winners. Real hard to win a Super Bowl with that. We'll look around. We might just default to the Packers as usual, but yeah, we'll see. Still, Trayvon Walker can't get to superstar. I don't know what this is about, but it's pretty damn annoying, let me tell you. Of course, new middle linebacker, and then Lloyd's probably going to be the same situation. Unless we move him to middle linebacker, put a new linebacker outside. Could work, to be fair. All right, we paid our kicker a 4-year $22, and we are now in free agency land, which is a very tempting land to live in. But I think we need to save all of our money. I don't think we have the ability for any of these players. Maybe we can try to like lowball AJ Cole. Outside of that, I'm not that would be a high ball, by the way. But yeah, outside of that, I don't think we're gonna be doing anything. AJ Cole, please stop. All right, we have pick 3 overall because of the trade down from a year ago. That definitely seemed to be a pretty good piece to trade for, as Miami did not have a good year. I will say, I didn't expect this pick. Some things may be changing. Might need to look around. Yo, that guy might be generational, no? A 4.54 or a 4.58 for a freaking defensive tackle? I don't know if I really want to risk that because I'd have to trade up, obviously. But DT's sort of a need, right? But we did just pay. We'd have to replace Locklear. I mean, I'm going to make a trade. I'm going to try, I suppose. See what we can do with Seattle. Because, I mean, it's 2 spots. I know it's 3-1. It's the most expensive 2 spots there is. But I'm going to throw the offer out there just in case. Oh, my. Oh, my. They want a lot, huh? I mean, Conley, maybe. You know, you throw Conley, you throw some players out there, you might have a chance. They do take McIntyre. I couldn't do it. I literally couldn't do it. I was basically offering almost a whole first-round pick again. I mean, I get it. That's the value, but not for me. It's not Kelvin Bailey. We could use a corner, but not particularly like that. Do have a top 5, Carson, but I think you can get that at pick 17. So what the hell do I do here, you know? I don't really need anything here. I don't want to take edge yet. I'll take a look at how old Josh Hines-Allen is, but do I trade down from 3? I hate that, but we don't need anything this high. Hines-Allen at 31. I mean, you're looking at 3 more years of him. Do you really want to draft a lineman right now to replace a guy 3 years from now? I don't know. Dyson, he does look good, but he's not great, in my opinion. Good, I guess I'm taking Dyson, Devontae Dyson. If he's normal dev, this is just the icing on the cake of, yeah, never do this. Okay, he is at an 84 speed, 90 XL. Don't know how good of a player he is. He's 6 true talent. I mean, we definitely landed a player worthy of the pick. It's just, will we actually be able to use this guy before, you know, he's needing a contract and we have to pay him top dollar for never playing for us, you know? Carson, though, offensive lineman, looks amazing. 17, I'm taking him. True Talent 2, hidden dev. I mean, you got to remember, True Talent 2 is very good because McIntyre, we assume, is also generational. So that's what you have to factor in. What's our next pick? 17? The slowest in this one because I kind of want one of the corners. You got to replace Tyson Campbell. Might have overtraded here. Our second-round pick and a fourth-round pick to move up, like, not many spots, like 6 spots. We definitely overpaid there, but we got the trade in. Cornerbacks. Sadly, the only corner left is the 6'4 corner in Terrence Hargrave, but I would like to, you know, move to Travis Hunter being the slot corner anyways, so this could be that move. With normal dev, I don't know if that's true anymore. That sucks. Let's move on to the next pick where, oh crap, we need a linebacker. That's not good. I might have just sold us. Okay, there are 3 linebackers, so that works. That actually works out really well because now I don't have to slow sim. That saves me some time. O-line, I could use a right tackle, but we're just going to put Olsen there, I think. Linebackers, who the hell is the best? Who honestly knows? But Noble looks the best, so yeah, Noble's going to be our guy. 109 true. Head and dev, there you go. He's our new left out. I think we're going to just put Lloyd at the middle linebacker spot because it'll be cheaper to re-sign him as well, so that's going to be the play. We now move on to the 5th round where we have a decently fast running back. I'll take him. UDFA. 94 true, actually. Normal dev, but still not a bad pick. Bunch of draft picks for a 4th next year from the Browns. We just don't need all of that. You know, we just don't need it. All right, draft recap. Yeah, he's a good overall. 82. And the edge rusher, I actually don't regret it. Yeah, 77 overall. That is not bad. It's a pretty good draft pick. Finesse is high. This is a decent draft pick, especially if he's higher than Star, which we'll have to find out. 55, that's a cool number. And he's an X Factor. Okay, that's a really good draft pick, actually. I really didn't want him. And the back of my mind of you guys always telling me, oh, here he goes, trading down again. I was like, okay, you're right. I trade down too much. Let me live. We also did get this center. He's a superstar. How tall was he again? Is he, like, tall enough to be a tackle? 6'3". Ugh. He's 6'3", but he's generational. Man, that's a stupid move. But again, I'm going to go back to it with the middle linebacker playing strong safety. You don't want me to do it. Make them worse. Make them worse. Basically, what we're saying here is that we have a really elite center, and he doesn't really drop off too much at right tackle. We've seen plenty of teams do this. Green Bay, my favorite team, is notorious for doing that. Like, Elton Jenkins has played tackle, guard, and now seemingly center going forward. They don't care. They're like, hey, if you can play there, let us know. We're going to try it out. And that's basically what EA is saying to me. You know, it shouldn't be hard to code, okay, we don't want people moving their centers to tackle, automatic -10 overall. That would change a lot. You know, if he goes from an 82 to a 72 to tackle, I'm not doing it. Straight up. So, you know, code it or don't yell at me. That's all I got for you. Let's take a look at that DT real quick. He's got to be the number one. He is. Okay, 82 overall. Lonnie McIntyre, how fast was he? 84 speed at 300 pounds. We still got a great player, though. Got a really good player. Hit power is insane, by the way. Finesse is pretty good. Not even sure why we're looking at the dev, because it would be shocking if he wasn't an X Factor. Yeah, I mean, that's pretty obvious. But we landed a great player at 3 anyway, so I don't regret a thing. I really thought we were going to. I was expecting normal dev, so all right, I've learned a little today. All right, season number 5. I think we are just going to go with the Packers playbook. I know we've done that a lot, but for old time's sake, to be fair, because according to EA, they've changed that going forward. I don't know. I don't get early access to the game, sadly, so I couldn't deny that, even if it was a thing. But yeah, that's that. 89 overall, we should be a playoff team, so that's why we're changing our scheme. $42 million is how much we have, which does not give you much to work with. Victor Rice is 100% gone. House, I gotta keep him. He's too good not to. This is literally the rest of the rebuild. Re-signed, locked in. Edwards, if we can keep him around that price evaluation, that's a good contract. 5-year 40. I hate him. He gave me hope for nothing. Harrell as well. I mean, I'm not paying attention further. I really should be looking, but this is getting bad. $12 million. Oh, and Josh Hines Allen is a part of that. Well, looks like we're starting our edge rusher a lot sooner. Okay, things get kind of bad for this Jaguars team. Headed to the playoffs, and unfortunately, the rest of the league just could not stop the Texans. If I'm not mistaken, we beat them twice on the year, and yet we lose the division and the first round bye to the Texans. Where are the Texans? There's one. Where's the other one? Yeah, we beat the Texans twice. They lost 3 games on the year. So, yeah, they might have gotten the division on us, but things are telling me that we might just be a little bit better, right? Trevor Lawrence killed it. ETN was good. Not great, but good. Receivers are pretty good. Tight end was okay. O-line was really good, except for the left tackle. Edwards, superstar dev. We just paid him a 4-year. That'd be great. Josh Hines Allen, 21 sacks. Sucks we're going to lose him. 11.5 for Walker. 8 for Lockleader. 6 for Smith. It sucks we're going to lose Josh Hines Allen, but he's about to be 32. We can't afford him in general. We've got an edge rusher we want to use. Trevor Lawrence with that season was number 7 for MVP, by the way. Holy crap. We got Defensive Player of the Year. We got Defensive Rookie of the Year. And we got Defensive Lineman of the Year. You would never let your Defensive Player of the Year and D-Lineman of the Year go to free agency, right? You would never do something like that. As we're a 91 overall to the 87 overall Bills. It's a snowy one. The Bills have the advantage for sure. We get a quick stop and score, though. But 3 points, that's not really going to hold you much, right? What's the lowest you guys have seen in Sim? Like, what's the lowest score? I think we've seen like a 9-6 before, if I'm not mistaken. Don't know if I've ever seen lower than that, even on like the lowest of quarters. Because even if you put it on like 1-minute quarters while I'm yapping and the team barely holds on. Wow, what a clutch drive. But yeah, even on 1-minute quarters, the game like codes it to where you get like 10 plays per quarter. So it is what it is. Trevor Lawrence, 1 touchdown, 0 picks. Allen was better, but we did have a better offense. We had 2 rushing touchdowns, so there's that. Richmond was solid. Edge, not bad. Let's look at the rest of the receivers, kind of skip through them. Thomas, Hunter. Touchdowns are a little lackluster, but the yards are there. We got like 4 guys with 70-plus yards, or very close to. One of them was 69, I believe. Divisional round, how we looking? We have the Texans. I mean, we beat them twice. Can we do it again? 3 games a lot. End of the game. Back and forth. Texans do score the first points. We get 3. Man, our offense plays 6-7. Massive drive for Houston, who gets a field goal. Start of the second half, we finally get a touchdown. We get the 3-point lead. Another 3 points. We're up by 6. 24 after the touchdown and the 2-point. The Texans aren't done yet. That is a lie. We have 3-peated against the Texans in the divisional round to make the championship round. Of course, Lawrence tried to sell us. Tried to do that earlier in the freaking rebuild as well. Trayvon Walker did some work. Would really be nice if Trayvon Walker would just get to Superstar already, but I don't think it's going to happen. Like, please, I don't want to lose all of my edge rushers. Chiefs, 88 overall, we're 91. Come on, Jaguars. I just want a Super Bowl win, all right? Why not us, huh? Why is it always the Chiefs? 6-17, oh, there you go, 13-17. Of course, we give them a short field. They don't score, though. Second half, we had a chance. Come on, Jacksonville. The defense is doing so much. There you go, 3-point lead. 6.6 minutes left. Oh, my God, this drive. They do kick a field goal, so 3 minutes left. You can win the game. You can win the game. They're going to run on a clock. From the 9, I'm coming to this game, dude. I really don't care. This clock's actually going to go. They're going to call a timeout, no? The Chiefs are just chilling. See, this is what I mean when I'm talking about with the AI coding. Like, they'll probably ice us after we click to power. But, like, why aren't they calling timeout here? They can guarantee the ball comes back to them. Instead, they decide not to even ice us at all. We, of course, kicked it with a little bit of time left. I was trying to see if I can trick the game, maybe. But I checked the score over a couple times because I just don't understand why they wouldn't do that. That's what I mean with the AI coding, though. Like, please, let's do a little bit better. I mean, it's going to get us to the Super Bowls, so I'm not really complaining. But at the same time, I want a realistic experience. Do I really want, like, a franchise season to end in positive fashion because of some bull crap? I don't know. Quarterback's pretty similar, but Trevor Lawrence was more efficient. Looking at the rushing, pretty equal. Receivers, Rice and Richmond, pretty equal. We were just more efficient. You look at the numbers, yards, touchdowns might be similar, but yards per attempt and all that were not. We beat them by quite a bit there. Travis Hunter with a pick. One of our kicks is blocked. Unfortunate, but won the game anyways. Got to the Super Bowl. You got to go through the AFC and you do it. You're looking pretty good, right? We did not have an easy trip. Some pretty tough teams in there, especially the outsides, right? The first and the last. The Bears. Okay, I mean, normally I'd be like, oh, the Bears, one of the easiest win of all time. But Caleb won a freaking MVP award, so they must be doing all right for themselves. Looking at the offense, huge dev up. Finally, Lawrence becomes a superstar. He's getting close to that age, He's 28, about to be 29 in a moment here. ETN, didn't really even think about it, but we need a new running back. Tootin, we did pay, so probably going to be our number one going forward soon. And then defensively, any dev ups other than Noble? I don't think so. Noble went up in dev, but that's about it, which, I mean, you already knew that was going to happen anyways, so who cares? I guess I do. I still do care. But, yeah, there it is. Super Bowl, the Bears. See if we can do it. Year 5, that's not a bad year to start winning Super Bowls, I'll tell you. End of the game. Jacksonville with the stop and the score. It's a 3-3 game. So far, our offense is doing what it usually does, which is struggle. We get a touchdown, though. Okay, maybe I spoke too soon. 17-3. Still 17-3, 17-6. Come on, offense. You've given them the door. Close the damn door. You're letting the hot air in or out, whatever time of the year it is, I suppose. Depends where you're living, I suppose, as well. I don't like the clock situation. I mean, you could literally, like, walk off. Like, this is the perfect walk-off. Like, you can hike this with, like, 40 seconds left and waste almost the entire clock. I mean, we a little bit more than that, but that's right up there. Let's chew clock just so we can get that clock down sooner. Now, I'm going to pressure myself as well. Why not? Easy clap. Jacksonville Jaguars have won a Super Bowl. That felt so lackluster. There's nothing worse than like a big game that ends with an offensive team like inside the 10, inside the 15. It's like, well, I mean, sure, it's not a guaranteed kick, but it might as well be. But, hey, when it's going to benefit us, it's the most exciting play of all time. All right? Doesn't bother me. Of course, got to get a ring with all of the guys that we wanted to, even though Josh Hines-Allen's about to leave. At least we got a ring with him before he did do that. ETN kind of on the way out, too. A little bit of a different fashion, just, regressing rather than just can't afford him. So, yeah, I mean, there's a reason why we can't afford what we can't afford. Trevor Lawrence's cap, his number is exploding from 54 to 78, I believe. So it's a lot of money. But we managed as well as we could. If we got a Super Bowl ring, Trevor Lawrence has been kind of mid, especially in these playoff games. But won a Super Bowl. I don't really care. Don't really care, of course. Got to say, even though they were probably like double, tripling them, Josh Hines Allen, nowhere to be found in the Super Bowl, so say what you will. They had a field goal blocked. Unbelievable. Goated stuff. Absolutely clutch. Of course, year 5 Super Bowl win, meaning we go for the back-to-back, but if we don't win the Super Bowl, that means we just start simming the playoff games. It hasn't stopped us in the past, but again, I still do feel like you have a better chance when you go in. I mean, definitely have a better chance because if you're going to actually influence it by playing some of the snaps, yeah, I mean, I'd bet on myself more often than not, even though it's definitely not like 100% rate. I'd still say 60-70% chance we're going to make the clutch play. So, that, I think it is the smart call going in and, making plays. As far as retirements go, a couple of guys there that didn't have a Super Bowl ring before then, so clutch for them. Move on to the re-signings. Again, Hines Allen gone, but at least our salary cap isn't all the way gone. Victor Rice, yeah, I mean, he even wants more money now. Hines Allen, sadly gone. Campbell doesn't need to be gone, but we have 3 good corners as is, so probably should just move along. Could trade him, though, to be fair. What's his 83 over? Yeah, I thought he was 86. 83, you're maybe getting a 5th or a 6th at best, so, yeah, let's save our money. Go to free agency, which we're not going to spend money in unless another $20 million shows up, which it did. Thank you for that one. Oh, my Lord. I guess it is still $30 million. I thought that was a 3-year 60. It was a 2-year 60. Never mind. All right. There's no way they're paying him like the full whack, right? He's good. Wow. They're paying him a 5-bar. It's insane. Wow. All right. There's that. Zach Bond. Yeah, I mean, there's some good players here. I would like an upgraded lineman, but I think you just maybe keep the $47 million. And if you have to pay somebody, you can do it with ease. Usually this deep into a rebuild, we don't have this kind of salary cap. So, you know what? I think we're going to just roll with it. We're going to actually not get ourselves in trouble for once. Also, even though we don't want Allen, we would like to see who's offering him. I kind of want to see, are the Bills screwed or are they going to get him back? Low ball offer, obviously. Raiders. Okay, that doesn't really help us because it's still the same conference, but okay, at least the Bills are probably screwed. We just got a super theft. A 3-year 39 for Jordan Mailata. I guess he really wants a Super Bowl ring because we just got him on a peasantry deal. I know that's still crazy money for any one of us, but for him, we basically just robbed him in front of everybody. All right, pick 32. That's kind of what happens when you win a Super Bowl. We need a running back, but Tootin could start if we needed to. Do have ETN still, right? I think for one more year. DTs, we still been thinking about replacing them, especially DT2, because you got to pay him next season. Safety's right up there as well. I mean, it's all future-proof, technically. We don't actually need anyone this season, but there's definitely some guys you could start maybe replacing now. Who the hell is this? Is this guy worth taking? Probably not, but he looks okay. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know what we want to do here, because there's a lot of options. Do I take safety this high? Probably not. Bro Day 4.52. This guy's pretty fast. Bracket. B zone coverage, A hit power. You're betting on hidden dev, though. I'll do it. Screw it. Marcus Bracket. 22 true. He is hidden. All right. Betting on hidden dev? Well, we bet right, I suppose. And then DTs. We do have a 2 to 3 here, which we did not get to scout, so he might be the guy. Finesse Beto. He is definitely not the guy at all. Carruthers looks the best. Jose Curtis is the biggest, though. What about speed? Carruthers, and they're literally the same speed. A tackles, kind of reaching out to me a little bit. What about Curtis? C block shed, B tackle. They literally almost the same. 36 reps versus 34, though. I'll take Curtis. Jose Curtis, 75 true. He is hidden. All right. That might be enough. Locklear has been a little lackluster. I should not have done that. I've made a mistake. I apologize. Oh, we still have options. What are we worried about? Pro Day looking for the fastest linebackers there are. Peck is right up there with the fastest I've ever seen. 4.36. That is truly elite speed. 85 true. Normal dev. Fantastic. 4.36, 90 speed, 91 excel. Surely. Then we have, I mean, why not? Silver is looking pretty good too. Ooh, the zone coverage though. He's fast, yeah, but zone coverage. Kind of want better. Mike Rowland, boom, easy. 44 true talent, also normal, fantastic. Well, drafted 2 linebackers and they sucked. How's your day going? All right, free agent or draft recap. We cut some things out here and there, try and save some time. Didn't really grab much of quantity. We got like a 5th and a 7th next year on a trade down, and the other 2 guys you grabbed weren't the best. Bracket, future free safety for Cisco. Assume we can't afford him. Assume we want to or don't want to afford him. Jose Curtis, definitely sort of raw, right? 72 overall, but hidden development trade, so there's something there. Star dev. I'm debating on if I want to start him over Locklear or not. I really should. Linebackers got some speed. I don't really care too much. If they're not hidden dev at this point, do I really care? I mean, we need the linebackers. I suppose I start Roland, right? Because we don't have Rice anymore, so Roland's going to have to start. Unfortunate, but that's the draft you get with 32 overall with no extra picks. All right, start of season 6. We just got done winning a Super Bowl, so I mean we're kind of living up the high of winning it all. Of course, brand new left tackle is amazing, but you look at this side of the ball and no Josh Hines-Allen. Dyson, however, 81 overall is our next Josh Hines-Allen. In theory, looks great to me. I mean, this is I can't believe how well that pick worked out. We're thinking, oh, well, maybe we'll get to use him in 3 years near the end of this rebuild. No, we actually needed him right away because we just couldn't afford Josh Hines. I mean, yeah, we could have. We could have probably paid him $33 million per year, put ourselves down to like 12. I don't know if it's worth it though. We'll find out. I mean, if we struggle this year, then we'll know, because Josh Hines-Allen was putting in the work, in all fairness to him. Oh Lord, look at the money. Look at the money. We'll say other guys you have to pay, they're actually not asking for too much. Of course, Devin Lloyd's going to be gone. I mean, basically any of the expensive players are gone. All right, it's just not financially feasible for us to pay anybody. So, yeah, we'll keep the tight end because the price is right, and then the safety, obviously. I mean, this price is good. Like, is this not like the rest of this rebuild? We have, what, 5 years left if you include this one? So 4 more after this, I think, would be the year, right? So, like, 4 years is enough, I believe. I mean, for him, we'll do a 6 because, like, it's just smart. But $20 million left. Could pay Morris, but I think you just go rookie. Need another rookie linebacker. Locklear, it sucks to lose. I mean, if he's playing well, maybe we try to find a way, because I did start him again. I mean, these aren't bad seasons for a defensive tackle, but considering what we're used to, it's not good either, ETN's definitely gone as well. All right, playoffs, a little bit of an iffy start, but we missed the playoffs. Okay, yep, that's exactly what happens. 10-7. So, yeah, iffy start, turned it around. Iffy finish, perhaps? You can see here, you win 4 in a row. That's pretty good. You lose 2, you win 1, you lose 1, you win 2, you lose 1. So, yeah, that beginning just cooked us. This AFC, though, like, you had 2 teams miss at 10-7. The Chiefs miss at 9-8. Unbelievable. I mean, the top end is not super crazy, right? It's 12-5, but yeah, I mean, we don't even, not only back-to-back, was that Gentee almost 2,000 yards, by the way? Nope, 1,600. I don't know why I thought that was at 1,900. But yeah, we don't even make the playoffs. 39 touchdowns, 8 picks, 4,400 yards. Tootin, maybe that's why. New running back. I mean, I decided to give him a star. Why not? Thomas, unbelievable. Hunter, pretty good yards. Touchdowns are just low because of all the stolen touchdowns. Of course, Mailata, not even worth getting, apparently. I don't want to blame us not having Josh Hines-Allen, but explain what else it could be then, right? We just went from Super Bowl winner to playoff misser, and our pass rusher's garbage, It's just, is that a coincidence? You got Rookie of the Year with Roland. That's huge since we're going to need another. Hey, our right guard's a superstar. Okay, we got a couple of dev ups. Nice. But yeah, considering we need another linebacker, glad Roland got his dev up. That's all I can say. Let's move on to the Super Bowl. Yeah, we lost all of our good linebackers, sadly. Just too expensive. I mean, Rice was really tough because he's young, but I suppose at least with Devin Lloyd, he is like 31 now, so he's regressing anyways. Winner of the Super Bowl is the Bengals, who barely beat an 8-9 Seahawks team. Okay, interesting. DevOps, Trevor Lawrence, Superstar X Factor development trait, 30 years old, now a 90 overall. So, I mean, he had some really good seasons. You know, I've been talking about it a couple of times that we're almost also treating this as a, well, if we choose the Jaguars, what's going to happen development-wise? And I don't hate it. Year 5 Super Bowl, that's perfect for a franchise, right? I don't think I'm going to be putting up some of the season Trevor Lawrence just did. So the fact that he's only a 90, just got to X Factor, I mean, it's going to be a challenge to be able to do that. So I'm in. I'm in for a Jaguars rebuild. Or a franchise. I just gotta hope no one else does one, you know? Star Dev and then Superstar Dev. It's not as simple as, oh, well, I claimed the team, because I claimed this team like almost a month ago, but, you know, I'm also not stupid, right? You know, you wouldn't see, I don't know, I can't even really think of like an example, but, you know, you don't see movie companies, they try to at least, they don't release their biggest franchise hit the same day as another one, you know? They hold off a little bit. Looking at contracts, though, yeah, I mean, you could get the DT back. How well did he play? I think the whole D-line was garbage, though, so I don't really think it's worth keeping him. Cisco, you could. Don't think we should, though. Got to get some of these youthful guys started. I mean, even, we have a strong safety. He's like third year in the league now, and he's, if we wanted to start him, finally could start. And we're not going to, probably, so. Yeah, we got to start actually using some of these rookies that we kind of just relegated to backup. You know, we got to do a little bit better for ourselves. But looking at free agency, probably not going to spend anything. You have some options because you got some guys that team just can't afford. But I don't think we're going to be in the market. We are up against it ourselves. So we are also going to hold off, I think. And I lied. Locklear, we got on a 40-36. That is pure theft for an 85 overall. So welcome back. All right, we have pick 17 in the draft. Technically, we don't really need anything. So, ooh. Okay, I know who we're going for. I scouted some of the running backs, top two, Gillespie and the other guy. Obviously, they both look decent. I don't love Horton, but he's a top 5. I'm going to take him at 17 if he's there. If he's not, so be it. Just use Tootin again, but yeah, I think at 17 we're going running back. This is a bit of a higher pick than I'm used to for running back, but Luke Horton, let's see what we're working with. True Talent 4, I'm expecting normal, I can't lie. Yeah, not surprised. Hopefully he is at least 77 plus. If he is, we're definitely starting him. And I don't know why, this linebacker is kind of speaking to me a little bit. I don't love the change direction. If it was good plus change direction, I'd really love it, but I'm going to take a chance on Jose Fulton. 13 true talent's really good. And he is in dev. All right, that's the one concern is normal dev or not. We're going to 17 where hopefully there's a lineman there. I could slow sim it, but at this point it's just like we're drafting players. Oh, man, I guess they are gone, huh? We're drafting players we might never get to use. So, yeah, a lot of linebackers. 30 true talent, also hidden. Slower than, well, 4.6 is kind of slow. I would say slower than I thought, but not true at all, actually. I really thought there would be a lineman. We see linemen go all the way to 30 most of the time, so little surprised by that, actually. Pro Day, 4.35ers. 17 in the fourth is a little high for a UDFA, but want some depth? Get yourself some depth. Any juke? Where's the juke move at? Is it all the way back here? I almost never look at running backs, to be honest. So we just usually don't. It's the one position, like, over the years, we just don't draft and develop. It's too much effort. Screw it. Take Pope. Anthony Pope. 57. Okay, normal dev. Didn't really work out, but hey, it's for a 4th-round pick. It's not bad. All right, draft recap. We got some randomers in the back end there. I didn't even get to see the punter. Oh, he was actually hidden. Because, as per usual, if you have Mr. Irrelevant in an offline league, it, like, crashes the game 9 times out of 10. Sweet, though. A little hidden dev punter. Why not? 76 overall for the running back. We said 77. Close enough. Really not as good as that top 5 was kind of suggesting. 75 overall for Jose Fulton. What a draft pick. Automatic starter, middle linebacker. What a draft pick he was. Definitely worth it. Of course, the other linebacker as well. A little bit on the slower side. Bryce Riddick. We got ourselves a long-term option. Remember when we signed Nakobe Dean to that 6 year and just didn't start him? Yeah, I remember as well, but he's going to be gone soon, so his backup expertise will be kind of missing. In the second round, that running back was still there, so imagine he was there for a while. Is he still here? What round did he go? Gillespie, 76 overall. Normal dev. Well, we made a bad decision because this guy's literally just as good as our guy, and he was taken 2 whole rounds later. All right, entering year 7, we've won a single Super Bowl, but we missed the playoffs, I think, more times than we made them. Once again, I'm not trying to convince you guys to buy into a Jaguars rebuild. You guys are bought into a franchise, all right? I just am trying to buy myself into it at this point because I do concern myself with having 2 really good wide receivers right away. That's my biggest concern. I'm not even worried about Trevor Lawrence. He's 74 overall, 25-year-old. He's especially if he were to be normal dev, that's not amazing. It's just those 2 wide receivers that I know are guaranteed to be good. That's what concerns me. But maybe make the argument that Travis Hunter's a corner. You know, you find a rookie wide receiver in the draft and he goes to corner. You develop the wide receiver. You have yourself a better corner. Tyson Campbell's good, but he's not elite. I mean, there's things to be said. I think that might be the move. Because I don't care what the game allows you to do. There's no way I'm playing Travis Hunter and at corner and wide receiver every single snap. That would be so stupid. That's just not happening in real life. I imagine he'll play some cornerback. I would assume it to be more on, important downs, which I think is so cool. It's going to be so fun to watch. But as far as a Madden standpoint, yeah, there's no way I'm letting him play more than 10 to 30% of the snaps on defense at the very most. But in a rebuild, yeah, I don't care. Let him play all the snaps in the world. All right, here we are. Re-signings, how much is Lawrence wanting? That's actually not bad at all. Is that $30 million per year? I know the salary cap is just cooked. I mean, I get he's a 92 overall as well, but that's not bad. $63 million. I mean, we can actually afford Richmond as well. We can afford it all. I don't know if that's really true, but Walford, no. Sears, yes. We're actually keeping linemen. Of course, we do have to pay attention to the edge rusher, which I think will be fine for this rebuild, but in the future, if you're trying to think long term, you'd probably lose Dyson if you aren't careful. So definitely need to be careful, let me tell you. So we're going to try to save every dollar we have left. Get Lawrence, call it a day. The playoffs, let's see it. We should be in them. We were really good. Yeah, 14-3. We were 6 or 7-0 at one point. So, yeah, pretty expected. Travis Hunter, 1,500 yards, 20 touchdowns in the receiving game. Yeah, really good stuff. We lost a couple games here and there. Second half of the season had all the losses, but it's fine. It was a good year. Look at the numbers. Trevor Lawrence, wow, that's MVP. If that's not MVP, I don't know what is. Horton for a rookie. I've seen worse. Could win Rookie of the Year with that. Should win it. Hunter was amazing. Thomas is okay. A lot of touchdowns, though. So touchdowns have elevated a little bit. Richmond was solid. McConnell was pretty solid, actually. Could win Rookie of the Year. Not Rookie of the Year. Win a Dev Up, I should say. Rookie of the Year's on the mind. Dyson after last year, though. Huge glove. 12 sacks. Walker, he's been so lackluster. Can't lie. A couple of picks on the defense. Little. Looking good. Hicks, the rookie, looking good. Let's take a look. Did we win MVP with Lawrence? We should have, right? Really? That's not even number 2. 49-5. The Sims are insane. Hunter wins Offensive Player of the Year. Rookie of the Year, number 2. That is a massive L for us, dude. Fulton at least wins it. Best QB for us. We get best wide receiver. Man, that sucks. That really sucks. Damn, really? Didn't win Rookie of the Year? I'm surprised. Very surprised. Either way, you know the drill. We're going to start simming now without going in. Beat the Patriots by 11. Raiders. Very good overall, to be fair. I think we win. Is it the Lions we're going against here? We did win. Going against the Lions, 93-91. Let's see if we win it all. We do. All right, there you go. All right, not bad to back. 2 out of 3 Super Bowls have been won. That's what I'm talking about, baby. Clutch. We'll take it. We'll definitely take it. Like I said, I feel you do have a better chance to win a Super Bowl when you're actually, win the games when you're actually going in, but we've also had some pretty good success just simming, so that's fine. Storyline, wow. There's just so much going on here. But let's take a look if we had any dev ups. I don't think any offensive. Maybe Horton. Man, that Rookie of the Year miss is super tragic. McConnell doesn't go up in dev either. Fulton's an 85 overall already, by the way. Look at these. I mean, the dev-ups are just lackluster. The DTs have done nothing. They have done literally nothing, man. It's insane. It is what it... Wow, wait. But wait. Don't tell me that's at 89 overall for Trevor Lawrence. Tell me my vision's that bad, huh? Okay, it's a 99. I was about to say, dude. 89 overall. We just paid him a 3-year. Of course, he is regressing, but I can live with 91. 89 without the morale counting, that would be like 82 overall or something. You know, you just had a +7 morale. Any retirements? I don't think we would have. Like, even Mailata is not quite there, I don't believe. And we are correct. Gardner Minshew retires a Super Bowl winner with the Jaguars. It's kind of cool. All right. Year 7 was a nice one. 5-7. Not the record, but 2 Super Bowl years. We have $30 million left over. Dyson, you definitely do a 5th-year option for, I think, because we want to just keep him around as long as possible. I think that's the best way to do it. Split up the money, the costs. We need some new linemen, I think, which is what we had focused, because Carson's going to be gone. There's no way we're paying him like 30 plus per year, which is what it's going to be. 5th year is not worth it either. I got to save a little bit of money. So we have $30 million officially. I mean, there's some contracts you might be able to get away with from teams that just don't want these players, so we'll see if there's anything like that. And if there is, well, we'll bring them on in. Do we actually need a lineman right now, or is that something we can wait on? Because if we need one right now, there's got to be someone here at the tackle position that we can get, like Zach Tom or Andrew Thomas. In the draft, pick 32, as you do when you win the Super Bowl, which, hey, we're not complaining. Quarterback's on the radar, I got to say. Lawrence isn't any younger than he was 5 years ago. I don't know what that's supposed to mean, like, obviously. DT? Oh, wow, the 1-2 is actually gone. I don't like this guy as much. The other guy was a 1-2 with the 1-2 that looked great. This guy, not as much. And you have Yancey. Last time we did this move, it really backfired. We missed out on a great player. But I think Yancey and McDougal are a little bit closer this time around. I'm going to go McDougal. I might start him. Mason Smith has not developed. And he is hit. Okay, we're definitely starting him. Yeah, Mason Smith just has not developed at all. He's 84 overall. He's locked. You know, he's not going anywhere. Packers with another wide receiver named Cobb. Kind of interesting. Was that a safety I seen? I see a 4.48 safety that I really didn't expect to go for. I'm not going to. I think we're going to go wide receiver, not wide receiver, O-line, which they're all gone. Really? I guess I'm going with a safety. Caleb Stanley. They're all gone. 38 true, normal dev. He's not a bad player, but normal dev is tough. This draft sucks. Last couple of drafts have been really bad for us. It's going to catch up with us in like a year from now, I think. We got ourselves a linebacker. I don't love the linebacker, but for a day 3, I can't really complain. So we're going to take him 68 true, normal dev. Very fast for an outside, though. You know, if you're basing your speed projection on 40 time, you can basically take away 2 for outside linebackers. They're just that slow usually. We traded all of our extra 5th-round picks for a 3rd next year from the Bears. I did not expect to get a 3rd for that, but I suppose when you need that quantity in the 5th round, I mean, the 5th-round picks, you can definitely find a lot of talent, so that's a pick you need. Oh, I'm just going to sim this pick. I am not restarting the game to take some random player I don't care about. No, thank you. I am not restarting, dude. All right, looking at our players, though. The DT was worth it all on his own, so fair enough. Very raw, mind you. Also a run stopper, so you're not going to see much of a pass rusher out of him, but I think you start him. Even at star dev, I mean, you just got to. Mason Smith has not been worth it at all. Stanley, actually really good. Just, again, normal development rate. And then the other linebacker, he was normal as well, right? So, get some depth, sure. Not our best draft, though. All right, what are we in? Season number 8 now. We just won another Super Bowl, so we're starting to cook up a little bit. Running back 82 overall. Hopefully he continues to get up there, maybe get to star dev. Defense, McDougal's going to start. I know Smith is a higher overall, but he's a 28-year-old. Hasn't really done much for us, right? Like, finesse and block shit are crazy, but 4.5 sacks last year, and his best season ever was a year before at 8. So, new scenery sort of kind of situation. Just start someone new. But the team does look pretty good. Linebackers all like 84, 85 overall. So Team looks pretty good. Continue the progress. Continue, well, not even progress, but just not falling off. You see the Arizona Cardinals are an 84 overall, just trying to keep the team swinging. We also got Kirby Joseph on a $12 million deal. He's an 88 overall freebie. Contracts, $36 million. Oh my God. Yeah, we talked about how expensive he'd be. $28 million, probably looking at 28 flat per year. Noble. Okay, I can do this. See, these are the contracts I can do at linebacker. Basically $10 million per year. Hargrave, I mean, you could do better, but that is a cheap contract, $4 million per year. McDaniels, yeah, I mean, for right now, I know we're losing my Lotta, but for right now, this is not a bad loss here. Going forward, however, yeah, it could be. Hope he's having a horrible year. I hope he's just killing us. And of course, he's perfect. Of course he is. $6 million per year for a kicker is very costly, so we'll see. Win the Super Bowl, miss the playoffs? Again, it happens. At 10-7, mind you, the 8th seed. How is this happening? I don't know, but it's a crazy trend. I mean, if they want to continue it, we can at least pop out one more Super Bowl win, perhaps. I mean, I will say, for our 10-year rebuilds, this is one of our least successful ones. I know we have 2 Super Bowl wins, but usually we win 3-5. So we'll see what happens, but Trevor Lawrence pretty good. Horton's getting better. He's getting better. Richmond should be an X factor. Receivers were decent. Thomas, not so much, to be fair. Tight end was really good. Finally could be a dev up year for him. O-line, finally, Lotta doesn't give up double digit. Speaking of double digits, Walker's back to double digits. Will he finally get a superstar? Who knows? Tackles for loss are up there, so you never know what kind of dev up chance you might get with those guys. Dyson, back to double digits, barely. Picks, couple in there. Kicking was literally perfect. Oh my, we might have to try and pay him. MVP does go to Ward. How is Lawrence at 5 with that season? Not a bad season, but we've seen better do worse. Offensive Player of the Year, no. Rookie of the Year, no. McDougal, there you are. Superstar Dev. Start your rookies. Okay, we get Best Kicker as well, which is sweet. But yeah, just start your rookies. That's all I can say. However, what I can't say is we're back in the Super Bowl because we aren't even back in the playoffs. Seahawks and Steelers. The Steelers win the Super Bowl. So in the NFC, you get the playoffs at 10-7. We don't even. Well, you get the Super Bowl bout in the NFC. We don't even get the playoffs. Lotta retires, so we couldn't even pay him even if we wanted to. Carson's going to be gone. So our tackle situation is rough. We have 3 wide receivers that are all X Factor. They're all goated. Horton would love to see a dev up. McConnell didn't even see a dev up. Thought we would have. Defensively, Noble goes to X Factor, so great contract there. And McDougal goes to Superstar. I think the only defensive tackle dev up we've seen all rebuild so far. Kind of crazy, actually. He's getting up there already as a rookie. He had a pretty good glow up. He's 80 everything. I think Run Stopper is also a pretty good upgrade. Did House go up to X Factor? I don't think he was before. What a draft pick. Again, this is why you draft the youthful players, especially in a 10-year rebuild. The guy, I mean, start to finish pretty much, right? But yeah, not bad. Again, Trayvon Walker, no dev up, 86 overall now. He is basically almost useless at this point. As far as retirements go, obviously you see my Lotta. You do also see Travis Etienne. Kyler Murray couldn't win him a ring, unfortunately. As we move on to free agency, negotiations, which we can't afford, and then free agency, which we can't afford. For our negotiations, again, it's bad. All right, it's bad. $12 million, and that doesn't even factor in Dyson, right? I think we paid Dyson. Dyson's like this year. Thankfully, it's year 9. Man, I can't believe we actually have done 20-year rebuilds. Like, it's not even that it's just difficult, but like, what do you do? You know what I mean? Can't believe how many times Joe Burrow and Josh Allen have been free agents, by the way. But like, what do you actually rebuild by year like 10? Before 10, but 10 for sure. There's just nothing anymore. As far as what our money can do, I think we should be able to get at least alignment. I would love to go full youth, develop them, but entering year 9 on top of it, it probably is smart to just get some free agent tackles, call it a day. Skoronski was like touted as this kind of versatile guy, right? Left tackle, hello, maybe. Of course, the tackle we lost is getting offers. I think Zach Tom and Skoronski we're going to try to get. And we do actually get Skoronski and Zach Tom, basically both on $10 million per year deals, even though Tom's only a 1 year because he's 34 about to be. And you see a lot of retirements at that point. We are in the draft, pick 18. We really need an edge rusher because Trayvon's going to be gone. Problem is, it's a weak edge year, and even the guys that are there, they're not that good. So, yeah, I don't know. I think we're just going to be loading up on some linemen for the future, and I don't know what we're going to do for edge. Maybe we can trade for one. Does pick 18 get you any edge rushers? Problem is you have to get guys that already have a contract because we are right up against it. And you know what? I didn't even see this guy's top 5. He must have been around 1, and it just fell off my radar. But yeah, top 5 I'm taking. Sammy McDonald, true talent 5, but normal dev. Wow, that's one of the first times we've actually been, I wouldn't say tricked by a top 5 because he's probably still going to be good, but arguably tricked by a top 5. Good trade down to the Bears to get a 3rd next year. The final draft. Might want to, make a crazy trade. It's kind of, maybe even what we do for the final year. It could be tradition, if you will, where we just trade everything for a proven player. Whatever our weakest spot is, just take them. It could be the move going forward. I mean, going forward into next Madden, I suppose. There's a lot of options here. I don't really like the round 1s. I like the 1 to 2s. They're more hidden for me, usually. Tremaine Dunn, 44 true. Well, never mind. Pick 18, we still have some linemen. I guess we'll take Will Harris. I lied. 15 true talent, and I've been proven wrong. And then this edge rusher is very weak, but, I mean, we don't have really a backup 135 true talent. And, of course, he's hidden. So, we pass on these guys all the time. We put them on our boards. We never grab them. And yet, the one we've taken in, I don't even know how many drafts now, is actually really damn good. So, maybe that's something we should have been doing more often. I keep saying we should do, but, let's be honest. There's no we should because this is the last rebuild till 26. Who knows what 26 is going to be like. 25 true talent for the running back. You had to, right? He's a 1 to 2. There's no point not to. Let's go to the Broncos and take one of the other linemen as well. Normally, we're, trading our picks for next year stuff, but this time, for once, we're actually going to move up. And we use our 5th, 6th, and 7th to do so. We get to that 4th round spot, which will be some sort of lineman. I don't know if we'll ever end up using them, but at least we have the option. And I think you take, is that Malecki, 48 true, another hidden dev. Draft recap, the right guard, again, right guard's good. He's just, not a hidden development trade player. Would have been such a steal if we'd have got him. I don't think it really matters which guard spot. We're putting him at one of the guard spots. And then the rest, there's just a bunch of linemen. I suppose 68 overall Franklin. We're curious to see how good he is. You could definitely use him. I really want to because Trayvon Walker, he's on the last legs, but there's no point, right? No point in, wasting Trayvon, who's still good enough to start when we're right at the end of this thing. And here we go for season number 9. We were able to save the tackle situation while losing both of our starting tackles, gaining 2 new ones in free agency that are pretty good. Of course, Zach Tom, we'll see if he's even here another year. We're right up against it, though, financially. So while we do have some depth, while we do have some talent right now, who knows what it's going to look like next season, especially with Dyson needing a contract. Maybe with Walker, though, potentially going. Maybe we can save some money there. I'm not sure. But, yeah. All I can say is I'm glad that it's season 9/10-ish because we're right up against it, dude. We are just losing players every single year. It's one of our better ones for keeping talent, probably due to Lawrence not asking for a crazy amount of money, but we're still, we're starting to bleed out a little bit. So how broke are we? $67 million. Dyson's one of the contracts. Roland's probably gone just based on difficulty to draft compared to value. $20 million per year for a linebacker that I could replace in 2 seasons, probably not worth it. Brackett gets a contract. Walker probably doesn't. He's going to continue to regress. It's not as bad as we thought. Yes, we're losing players as usual. We also got Cam Little back in free agency. But, yeah, it's not like we're going to lose Dyson. That was the big concern. Seems like we're fine. It's not even crazy money. It's less than 30 per, so that's good. And then Brackett, obviously, you pay very good value. And, again, safety, not one of those positions that you can really get to 85 plus under 25, 26 easily. So maybe even keep Jose Curtis, perhaps. Probably not. And yeah, we can live with it. We can even probably pay Tom if we really wanted to. All right, we are back in full strength. I imagine we had the bye week. Yeah, 15 and 2 is going to do that for you. Lawrence, number 2 for yards. First time I think he was even in the top 3 for that kind of stuff. But this looks like finally Maybe he's actually MVP. I don't know. We'll see. Horton, best year of his career, almost to 4 yards per carry. Thomas was great. Hunter was great. Richardson was great. McConnell has been suspect to this. He's been a victim to this scheme. O-line was great. Skoronski playing left tackle was better than we had for all the years with Mailata. Of all the seasons Walker finally gets a superstar, this might be the one. The edge was great. The DTs were not. Hunter with 4 picks. Kicking, clean. Punting, pretty damn good. Let's take a look. Did Trevor Lawrence finally win MVP? He finally won an MVP. Oh my. We also got the freaking coach of the year. Finally, dude. Best QB. Kind of weak elsewhere, though, to be fair. But let us see if we can win another Super Bowl. We usually, like I said, get 3 to 5 Super Bowls. 3 is that mark, I think. That's that minimum mark you're aiming for, which is a lot, to be fair. That's like 33-ish, little less than that percentage. 30% chance. Really? I struggled that hard with 30% chance, all right? That's 30% of the Super Bowls won in the 10-year rebuild, which is pretty good. Did we win? I don't think so, actually. We lost right away, huh? Oh, no, we're in it. Ignore me. Okay, just ignore me. Jaguars versus Panthers, another team that I'm thinking of in the top 3 for our franchise teams. And we win another Super Bowl. All right. I struggle with math, reading, all of the fundamentals, but we ended up winning the Super Bowl nonetheless. It doesn't really matter what led up to that moment. We got it. We did it. We did the whole thing. Take a look at retirements. Could see Zach Tom here, $24 million. I don't know if it's going to even matter because we're probably going to let him go anyways. And we do not see him retire. But, hey, another Super Bowl win for the boys. Take a look at any dev-ups we would have had. I don't think we would have had any. Maybe Trayvon Walker like we talked about. Got all those damn X factors on offense. Trayvon Walker still not superstar, so never mind. Oh, my, this team. But also might be worth keeping around for another year. I would prefer to, especially since we're, done after this year, prefer to just keep him around if we can. So let's see what we can do here. Roland, no. Jose, no. Horton needs a contract next year. I really wish Trayvon Walker wasn't asking for this much money because I know we can get him for cheaper in free agency. So we're really lowballing him here. 1 year, 14. His ask would be 36 on the freaking tag. Well, we'll try to get him at free agency. If not, Franklin might be starting next season, which is really down bad. All right, I'm on Ross, St. Brown, Josh Allen again, Justin Jefferson, the first time we've seen him there. Roland getting some offers. Morgan, oh, what a contract that is. That is a great replacement. Another guy that could play across the line. Losing Cam Little, sadly. Nobody wants Trayvon Walker. I mean, I know we're going to be lowballing him hard, but we have no choice. If we want him back, we got to lowball him insanely bad. 1 year, 7 bad. There's no way we get him on that. No way in the world. We'll see, though. Teams are broke. We are one of them. And we get him. Jordan Moore going to be our left tackle. We've basically created the Green Bay Packers, even though we've lost Tom. So he's actually going to be our right tackle. All right, pick 32. We're not there yet, but I would prefer to get Alexander. He's another top 5 lineman. I mean, again, is there really anyone? You know what? I don't prefer Alexander. I prefer Hayes. We really need an edge rusher way more than a lineman. So, yeah, even though he's a 2 to 3, I think you got to go Hayes. We're going to need him literally next season. Not that we're going to be here, but we're doing a draft. Oh, he's normal, of course. We're doing a draft as if we will be here. I can get a lineman in the next round, We'll be chilling. It's okay. We'll be fine. We'll live. Who's this tight end? Middleton. I didn't scout a tight end. 6'3". I mean, he's fast-ish. Lineman, there's not many 1 to 2s. We need tackle, if anything, so we need the 6'5" guys. We need the strong men. Hannah's the guy. He's got a lot of pass blocking ratings. Hidden development trait, weak as hell, but that's a future tackle. And then at 2, we'll probably do the same situation. Maybe even take that day 3 lineman. I mean, we're fine. We're cooking. We'll have linemen for days. Don't you worry your little heart. I don't know. That's things people do. Philbin's the next guy. 61 true talent. Also hidden development trait, stronger. And then again, 32 will be our day 3 lineman that's there. Going hard in the trenches. I guess everyone's gone. Wait, they actually are gone. I thought it was just doing the traditional glitch. No, they actually are gone. Wow, okay. I did not think the day 3 would be gone. Usually they aren't. I guess we'll take a random QB. Raheem Jennings, 96 true. And Dev, okay, I mean, we just future-proofed Trevor Lawrence on accident. Draft recap, 75 overall for the right end. Dorian Hayes, great finesse, decent speed. Not a bad future-proof for Trayvon Walker, which you're going to need it. And then, I mean, all these guys are pretty much backups, but the QB, we'll take a check. Raheem Jennings, let's take a look at that dev, star dev. Okay. I mean, it's not a bad draft class, just no one we're going to use right now. Here we are for the final season. We've managed the team well. 92 or 94 overall. Again, oh yeah, I didn't even mention Horton went up to star, which I think was pretty self-explanatory, just the season he had. Trayvon Walker's still here. Still didn't get to superstar, but he's still here. How old is Travis Hunter now, by the way? 30 years old. That's his ratings as a cornerback. And then as a wide receiver, not a 99 overall anymore. You can see here, still looking great, but the regression hit him harder as a receiver than a corner, which I sort of get. But yeah, there it is. The final season roster. Can we win a 4th Super Bowl? Holy crap, so we got some players to sign, huh? Fulton, yes. Travis Hunter should be here another year, to be fair. So we'll fix that. He should be here one more year. I think that's when we have to pay the wide receiver one. Maybe not, though. Maybe we do actually have to pay him right now. I don't think so, though, right? Thomas, Horton, Trevor Lawrence. Some players, all right? There's some players. We already have to pay Riddick. I just started him he's this season. Damn. So you lose a lot of these players because you don't even want Eppert anymore, right? Locklear, you'll pay. Okay, I mean, we can afford everyone, I think. Let's just try it, all right? Let's see where we're at. So 1 year for Lawrence, easy clap. Fulton, I suppose. I don't want to lose all my linebackers, and he's cheap enough. Travis Hunter, we obviously have to add 1 more year to. Horton, for sure, we'll do a 4-year 64. It's 70 million left. Riddick, I don't know. I guess. Sure, why not? Good enough, young enough. O-line, no, that's way too costly. Edwards, maybe. You'll probably pay Edwards. Lockleader will do a 1 year. But then you have, Brian Thomas here, who's asking for a ton of money. This is a tag. So you save the final bit of money to tag Brian Thomas. And you call it a day. All right, playoffs, how we looking? 11-6. All right, not bad. Not bad. 2nd seed. Number 1 seed is the 13-4 Pittsburgh Steelers. Let's take a look at that season. Trevor Lawrence, you won an MVP a year ago. Not a bad season, and this late into the rebuild, maybe that might still be MVP numbers. Horton, down year. I thought this would be the year he goes 4.0 yards per carry, never looks back, but I guess not. Travis Hunter, Richmond, Thomas, not bad. McConnell, not bad, considering his numbers are usually like that, but at least the touchdowns are kind of decent. Skoronski, worst sack season yet for us. Dyson, there he goes. 17.5. Walker, again, 13 sacks, but still probably won't go up, McDougal, 20 tackles for loss, could be a dev up. It's a lot of tackles for a loss. Hunter with 4 picks. Kicking, 85%. Punting has been great. Kick return, punt return game, usually nothing, so let's ignore it. Trevor Lawrence at 7, actually. Curtis Robertson, 17,000 legacy scores, your MVP. Any awards? Number 2 for QB, running back all the way down to 4. Receiver 10. Nope, just not much awards. Here it is, the final season. Will we win another? We've done pretty well. We've actually done... Have we done better? Yeah, we've done better not going in than when we have. That's kind of how it works, because obviously after that first one, if we don't back-to-back, we do just sim it. As we are going to the Super Bowl against the Eagles. It's the final Super Bowl. Let's head on in. Let's watch the final one. It's a great, finale here. Joe Burrow is the quarterback of the Eagles. We got to do it. It's the final game, dude. It's the final game of the rebuild. What do you want from me? Not going in? Come on. I mean, I'm only human after all. Let's go to the end of the game, see what we're looking like. 7-0. 14-0. Pretty good start. 14-7. Oh, 14-10. A little bit of streaks from both teams. Huge before half. Nice field goal. 14-point lead. One more touchdown from us would do it. Still a touchdown would do it. And that'll do her. 38-14. 13. What a freaking score. The Jacksonville Jaguars have won 4 Super Bowls, so while we were talking about it being one of our least successful 10-year rebuilds, it got right on par, right? It got on par. 3 to 5 is the range. It got right in between. That's solid. Can't ask for much more than that. Obviously, a lot of the original Jaguars are gone, but if guys like Travis Hunter retired, well, not retire, but they're going to retire as one of the greatest ever. Trevor Lawrence, he's up there. You know, he's pretty good stats, obviously, and then obviously all those wins with the Super Bowls. That's going to put him in the top 10 all time, probably. And then, yeah, I mean, some of the other guys, they're good, but not elite. Dyson's on his way, I'd say. Trayvon Walker, weirdly enough, you know, one of the top 100 edge rushers of all time. We do have to take a look at those numbers, though, specifically. I don't know if I really care about their ratings. I'll look at Travis Hunter, because he's like the guy. He's going to be, I don't know if I would say the face of the league, but for this upcoming season, he's going to be one of the most watched for sure. The Jaguars, see, that's the thing, dude. What Travis Hunter might be able to do, which is like insane, is going to bring so many eyes to the Jaguars who really need that. They need that viewership. So it's just like, yeah, I get it. I get why they would go for someone like him, because he's, you know, a great player, and he's a guy that's going to bring your attention. I mean, it's 2025, and we're going to see a player playing offense and defense. What more do you want? Why am I trying to explain this? I think we all understand this is kind of insane. It's not unprecedented, but in recent times, it kind of is, right? As far as somebody that's as good as he is playing both sides for significant enough of snaps for it to be relevant, you know? But let's actually take a look at the legacy, see if there's anything going on here. Who is that? Is that us? It is. Coach number 4. Sweet. Wish it would actually show, like, a little tag next to your players, even if it's not physically you. Because I don't think it's going to show, right? Like, where's Trevor Lawrence? He's got to be, like, right around here. Trevor, where the hell are you? Why is Trevor so... Did I miss something? I mean, I know they don't have that extra 4th Super Bowl, but, like, 4 Super Bowls and he's not even the most famous Lawrence? I must have missed him, right? Yeah, I did. Okay, he was way up there and I missed him. 28,561. I was about to say, dude, about to be 4 Super Bowl wins, 1 an MVP. I mean, he's obviously one of those guys. He has the most active Super Bowls by a lot. Career numbers, Trevor Lawrence, 53,000 yards, 436 touchdowns, 134 interceptions, 70% completion percentage. What a career, right? Horton, yeah, he's just starting out. But Lawrence, almost 4,000 rushing, 32 touchdowns. Travis Hunter, still like, I mean, how many years? 3 to 5 left? 12,000 receiving yards, 81 touchdowns. Touchdowns are low. Thomas, on the other hand, 11,000 yards with 115 touchdowns. Arguably the better career so far, at least on offense. Because we do, of course, have the defense side of the ball, where we do see Trayvon Walker with 132 sacks. Dyson on par to likely pass that, but not by much, if that, arguably. Travis Hunter, though, 22 interceptions, 3 forced fumbles, 4 recoveries with 4 touchdowns. He would retire almost, maybe arguably the greatest non-quarterback player of all time. Top 10, I would say. 12,000 receiving with 22 touchdowns. I mean, with 22 picks is just crazy. Did we get Rookie of the Year with him, by the way? That'd be kind of insane if he did win Offensive Defensive Rookie of the Year. I know there was talks about, they were saying that could happen, which that would be insane if it does. But, yeah, that's going to be it for our 10-year Jacksonville Jaguars rebuild. Again, this is the team that I want to be for Madden 26 franchise mode. But, again, there's the food chain, man. It sucks, but it's factual. It's life. I will say, if I was at the very top, like if I had like millions of subs, I would announce my team very quickly so everyone else can, hey peasants, get in line, all right? The big dog is chosen. That team's off limits, you know what I mean? But yeah, there's a bunch of other guys that I want to make sure that we're not going to conflict. So we wait. There's so many teams that I could be, literally so many. So as much as I want to be the Jaguars, I can easily pivot. I would argue that Panthers probably would be a more fun because there's more to develop, rebuild anyways. So we'll see what happens. Options are always open, but I wanted to test it out, and I would say, you know, for that first 5 years, we got the Super Bowl win year 5. It's a pretty damn good-looking 5-year team. Of course, I'm not also putting limits. What's the damn word? Ruling out, that's the one, that we don't do, like, full season rebuilds like a lot of people do for college football, you know? We could do a, you know, full season of the Jaguars, but our main franchise is the Panthers, where we do like 4 games an episode or something, and it's more in-depth, whereas the full season is, you know, a couple plays each game. Regardless, if you guys enjoyed this one, maybe leave a like, subscribe if you're new. If you're not new, appreciate your support on the channel. Make sure you have that bell notification clicked, because once Madden 26 comes out, it's going to be a lot more rebuilds, a lot more franchise stuff, so be on the lookout for that. Follow me to Jeromepkr, second channel PK plays for non-Madden content, and yeah, a little bit of a break in between. Like a day, basically like a day. It's nothing really different. We'll be back on Thursday, I would imagine, unless it comes out early, with Madden 26 content, so be on the lookout for that. Really do appreciate you guys all rocking with me, as this will be technically the last Madden 25 video. There's going to be a members video that I think on the 15th will be Madden 25, but for main channel uploads, the final video of Madden 25. Again, appreciate you all for rocking with me for the Madden 25 season. Hopefully see you here for Madden 26. And that's about it. Thanks for watching. Hopefully you guys come back for next video. But until next video,